Hi, hey, hi, hello. I don't know how I do this. How did I do this? Hey, hi, hello. I don't fucking know.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome back
Welcome back.
to
Welcome back.
all of us.
All of us. To all of us. To me, to Laura, to you guys listening. All three, two.
Two.
of you?
Yeah. I'm here for the two. Both of y'all are cool.
Yeah. So if you are someone who's actually actively been listening to this podcast.
Yeah, and have noticed that we were
may
gone.
have not,
And if you
may or
wondered-
may not have disappeared for 3 months.
Yeah.
You were saying if you wondered?
Oh, I don't know. If you just wonder, I was just gonna say if you wondered where we went, but you said we
No, if you
disappeared,
were
so it's
wondering-
true.
Yeah, if you were wondering, we just vanished for a little while. Life got
Life.
life lifed. Real
Hard, man.
Real hard
For one of us.
Real hard for Kaylee. Life lifed really hard for me. A lot happened in 3 months. A lot.
Yes. And now she lives in a house with ghosts.
So, oh god, where do I even begin?
Yes, I was gonna say, that is up to you.
Where does one even begin? I guess we start at the top with the really sad part.
Everybody, let's start at the top!
We just get it out of the way now. We just rip the band-aid off.
She can't do it without laughing, and I love it.
Oh god. Yeah, no, it's a
It's a
I
lot.
cope with humor. I
Oh,
cope
yeah?
with dark humor.
Yeah.
There's been a few videos that have come across my feed that I just fucking die laughing at, and I'm like, wow, I can relate to that, and it's even funnier now. Yeah, so let's see, starting in November. Yeah, November. It was like mid-November, roughly. Was it? Or was it right at the beginning of November? No, it was a couple weeks into November. Don't even remember, guys.
It's been a whirlwind. Alright.
It's been a whirlwind. Yeah, I went to visit my mom because her health was not in a great place. She had had a surgery and she ended up in the hospital. And in a week she had passed away. We're pretty sure the surgery was the cause, but she had stage 4 cancer and she had surgery performed on her, and typically when you open up someone with cancer, it's not a good idea. It can cause the cancer to spread, and I think it's something my mom didn't really think about, and probably my stepdad at the time didn't really think about when they had scheduled the surgery, because it had been 6 years since her last surgery, which had also been the catalyst for her cancer even being discovered and us finding out she even had cancer.
Wow.
Which to me is like, I feel like this should be a big red flag to the surgeon about to perform this surgery.
Yeah.
I know I'm not a doctor, but I feel like I'd be
And also,
a little concerned by that.
A big red flag to the doctors who didn't necessarily maybe disclose the potential high or low risk of this surgery.
Yeah, because, like, the first surgery, no one knew okay, so my mom didn't know she had cancer at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, my stepdad had said it was apparently in her notes to follow up with the patient about it. But basically what had happened was my mom had gone to get an MRI done because she was having a pain in her side after getting her gallbladder removed, and they were like, yeah, that's not supposed to be happening. We removed that, you know, we removed
that
the
pain,
problem
right?
so that that's not happening. And then only to then find out, like, apparently the nurse just, like, came into the room and was like, did you know you're riddled with cancer? That's how my mom found out she had cancer. She was alone in the hospital, and the nurse just comes in and goes, did you know you're riddled with cancer? If you have to ask,
dear.
did you know? I feel like you're gonna know what the answer is to that.
Right,
And,
otherwise they wouldn't fucking be here.
Yeah, but, because it was in her notes to follow up with the patient, which means clearly she didn't fucking know yet that she had cancer. So she found out, like, by herself and everything, which was terrible. And then, yeah, so she had the second surgery, which was, again, 6 years later.
Mm-hmm.
She hadn't had any other surgery in that time between. There was no reason to. And she's never gone into remission, which isn't a terrible thing, because honestly, sometimes when you go into remission, it can come back even more aggressive, if it comes back. But they were keeping her cancer at bay. Her cancer was fine. Her numbers were great. She was doing great. And then she had the surgery, and then in like 2-3 weeks, she died.
And this surgery was to help with another pain she was having, right?
So she had, she had a mass in her neck that was forming, and it was painful, of course, but, yeah, I don't know that they should have operated on her, though, to alleviate the pain. I'm sure there could have been other options to help
at least
the pain or
try
something.
first.
But I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So, but, they did operate on her. I don't know what the conversation was in the room when they talked about the surgery, if they acknowledged the risks of opening her up with her. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I went down to visit to see her while she was in the hospital. My stepdad really needed me to come down too, so I was like, yeah, I'll be there, it's fine. And then, yeah, she died by the end of the week. She died by Thursday. She died on Thursday, yeah. So because what ended up happening was the cancer started spreading again, and it started going up her spine, and it attacked her brain. Yeah. And once it attacks your brain, there's nothing they can do. There's literally nothing they can do there. And that is literally what happened to her throughout the week. Now, do I have a lot of frustrations with the hospital because there was more they could have done and certain tests they could have run that they didn't run when we were telling her she has cancer. There were certain tests they could have run to check her numbers, and if we had seen her numbers were going up, we would have known what was happening. We would have known that her cancer was spreading and attacking, but for some reason, like, her numbers just... The cancer part, for some reason, just really didn't get looked at, I guess, fully. I don't fucking know. But yeah, that was rough, and then I had to plan her funeral from home in Maine for a funeral happening in New York and help my stepdad. I was doing all his finances for him at the time too, helping him with those from like multiple states away. So, and then
I was just saying, and then meanwhile, while all of that is happening,
while all of this is happening, while my husband and I have to travel back to New York again, because there was a lot of traveling back, of course, from Maine to New York, Maine to New York, Maine to New York. And so there was one point where we find out, we get a text from our upstairs people, which were essentially our property managers for our apartment. And she texts us and said, hey, there's going to be a walkthrough on, like, this date, just so you know. Now, my husband and I are sitting there like, what the fuck do you mean a walkthrough?
Right.
We're sitting here thinking, like, some codes enforcement shit, something, who knows? I don't know. And then we get a text, hey, open house is going to be this date and this date. I'm sorry. Open house for fucking what? The fuck are you talking about? Well... They decided to put our apartment up for sale.
And not tell you.
And literally not tell us. my mother is dying. And I'm planning a funeral. I'm finding out my apartment's going up for sale. And I'm having to deal with all these open houses happening and having to allow people into my apartment when I'm not fucking there to come see the place. And my cats are there, and I didn't like that. And so during the open house weekend, which was the weekend of my mother's funeral services, she isn't in the ground yet, well, in her headstone yet, but that's just because it's winter time and you usually don't want to do that in the winter time. So that's gonna be happening in the spring. So yeah, while all this is happening, my mother's like literally going into the planning funeral services, and I'm looking at Nick, and I'm like listening to some of these conversations the realtor's having, and she's just like, yeah, if I were to buy this place, I would come in and I would jack the rent right up to $2,500 a month. Like, we're paying $1,400.
Exactly.
Like,
$2,500? Are you kidding?
You're not getting double the rent for this place from the current tenants. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Not unless you put in some updates, bub. Which, that made me panic, so I was like, alright, we're gonna start looking for places, because if someone comes in, because we had no lease. That's another important thing to this story, is we didn't have a lease, because she didn't re-sign our lease, so we were month to month, and, so that was a whole thing, that we were like, oh, cool. So we had no security, because if we had had a lease, then the new buyers would have at least had to have honored our lease, and we would have had a place for the next year. So come to find out, mid-December, which, mind you, we had already started looking, and we had decided apartments were not going to be happening.
They're expensive.
It's too expensive to get into an apartment, and I was like, if I'm going to take out a loan to get into a place, because we would have had to take out a small loan, because we were not prepared to have to move into a new home financially, then, you know, I'm like, let's just take out a home loan.
Yeah.
Let's do that. If we're going to take out a loan, let's take out a home loan. And so that's what we started doing. We started looking at houses. And then now I need you all to know. By this point, when we're looking for houses, everything's done with my mom, the funeral stuff. We're back home. We're not dealing with all of that anymore. We're now just fully dealing with this living situation. And we found a really awesome realtor. She's fucking wonderful. Absolutely amazing. And then we found a really awesome mortgage lender that we went through. They were recommended to us through Nick's boss. He had just used them as well. And she was awesome. She was great. I want you to know also, our whole time communicating was purely through text messages. Never once on the phone, which was fantastic.
That's what I like to hear, right?
You get me, girl.
Yeah.
I never once had to speak to you on the phone. That's fantastic. But she was super awesome, super sweet. She answered every little silly question we had of just like, I just want to make sure, but X, Y, Z. And she'd be like, yeah, nope, here's your answer. And we'd be like, perfect, thank you. Our realtor was the same. She was really awesome. But we found, bought, and closed on a house in less than 30 days. Because literally on December 31st, on New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve, we closed on our house on New Year's Eve. So the last day of 2024, we bought our house. That was an interesting experience.
You could say that at the very least.
Because I want you guys to know, little things were like kind of going wrong, but not fully going wrong. Like, it would seem like it wasn't going to work out, and then someone would pull through and be able to help us, like, get it figured out. Like, getting propane takes place because they had winterized the home. That, like, the sellers were calling, like, everyone, apparently. Well, I think they only called all the big guys because our realtor had a family friend or a family member that was able to help and called their fuel people and were like, hey, I need some fuel tanks placed at this property people are trying to buy. And they were like, yep, we got it. I was like, fuck yeah.
That's awesome, for real.
And then not knowing if we were going to be able to get a plumber to come in and get the water turned on for us so we could test the water before we bought the place and everything. And just so many little things that were happening.
It's such a process.
We needed to get the septic looked at because that was a big thing because it hadn't been pumped in a while. And we needed to just check it, make sure, find out we can wait at least another 3 years before we even need to pump it, which was fantastic to be told. We got to get it cleared out in the spring because there are roots growing, but they said it's not a problem, nothing's blocked, you're good. In the springtime, call us back. We'll get it cleared out. I was like, fantastic. Thank you so fucking much. So that's what we'll do. But yeah, and now we're officially fully moved in. The whole month of January was us trying to get moved into the place because then, in order to fully move in, one of the rooms we had to come into and we had to scrape, here you go. You may has that. A little gremlin coming over for his marijuana. What do I get? What do I get?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I was already planning on giving it to him. I don't any more. I bought a 5-pack, and then I bought these are this is an infused one.
Ooh.
But it's a sativa infused one.
Hell yeah.
So it's it was a 2-pack, and this is what I smoked before I did the kitchen.
You can tell
it works successfully. So
exactly.
I successfully dedicated 2 hours to that kitchen.
So you can count on 2 hours of production, motherfuckers.
So we're gonna save that so that we can be productive and do some stuff while stoned with that one. And then yeah, this one is the indica one. So this one's our relax one.
Cute. What a cute little bottle.
I know, I might actually keep this little bottle. It's plastic too, so
Ooh.
I don't have to worry about it breaking. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, so now this house is very, very, very old. So the woman that owned it before us, she's owned it. Don't cough too. Now I gotta edit that out of your track. You fucking dick.
I was just
now
trying
I gotta
to
edit out both of your coughing from the track.
I was just trying to join in, alright? Didn't want him to
Laura,
feel alone.
you're supposed to join. You're making more work for me, goddammit. God damn it. So yeah, so this house is really fucking old, and the woman that owned it before us owned it since 82. She died. Kids didn't want it anymore. That's why we were able to buy it for like the price that we bought it at, and so quickly because the sellers were very motivated. It's been on the market since like June or July, so they were wanting to get rid of it because they lived in a different state. They wanted nothing to do with the property. Their mom left it to them when she died.
Especially if you already just like have a house of your own and you're just
So like they wanted to get rid of it, and like literally the day we scheduled to see the place, they chopped like $30,000 off the price. Fuck
yes.
I was like, fuck yeah. But that made us a little nervous because other people that were waiting for the place decided to put in offers, which means we had to put in an offer. And it was a little quick to put in an offer because we had seen it like once, and we were like, all right, offer.
Yeah.
But I panicked and I was like, I'm putting in an offer, and she was like, I'm so glad you decided to put in an offer because I was going to be messaging you and being like, hey, others are putting in an offer. And I was like, I just had a feeling.
Yeah.
I just had a feeling that we needed to put in an offer. And for the price that we paid, it not needing a shit ton of work was a miracle.
Yeah.
Because other places we were looking at in the same price range, I'm talking guys under $200K. We did not spend even $200K, or not even $180 on this fucking place. And for it to not need almost anything fucking done, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic. She needs a lot of cosmetic updating.
Yeah.
A little
and that's
structural
like fun.
work. A little structural work, nothing crazy, but a little structural work, mostly cosmetic.
Yeah.
So, I'm all for it. Don't drink the... Hey! Stop drinking the fish water! Stop it! They keep drinking The fish tank water is gross.
I need that in a little song, though. Hey! Stop drinking the fish water! Oh, stop drinking the fish water!
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh my god. Oh, maybe one day someone will take that track and turn it into a
Yes, one day I did. She was like, what the fuck are you yelling at me,
Oh my
Mom?
God,
I'm
that's
just
great.
sleeping. I don't know what fish are!
Oh my gosh.
But now you live
Oh
in
yeah.
a house built on sticks and stones, filled with
Yeah,
ghosts
literally.
and
Guys,
in a
guys,
place of
she's-
skinwalkers.
She's not kidding when she says it's built on sticks and stones. Like, literally, some of the foundation is just a bunch of stones stacked up under the house to support it. Like, I'm not kidding you.
Yep.
Foundation's solid. Great. Don't get me wrong. But, like, when I went into that crawl space basement and I started looking into all these little tunnel spaces, I'm like, oh, that's just a stack of rocks stacked up nice and perfectly to help support. All right. I get what we were going for. It works. It's worked.
It's worked
working.
for 100 years.
So I guess I'm just gonna.
Oh, this full tree you have in here?
Oh yeah, no.
Ah.
Like I'm talking, guys, trees with bark on it. It's beautiful. It's so fantastic. This house is so old and so wonderful. So in order to really move in one of the rooms, the big room that we're in right now, recording in, all of the walls with paint on them, not wallpaper, but paint, were covered in this, like, nicotine yellow paint that was peeling off. Pretty sure it was lead-based paint kind of shit.
Don't doubt it.
So we had to get rid of as much of it as we could, and then we just painted over the rest. Because we have cats, in case you weren't aware.
By now. I know it's been a hot minute, but you're
this
Delulu
is your first
if you don't
episode.
understand.
I feel like you should know that people running a podcast about this have cats. I mean, come on. Like, I mean, look at the name of the podcast. I mean,
Get it together.
But yeah, so we had to scrape and repaint this room, and I wanted to at least lay down the white, so that way when we're ready to paint colors, it was ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're fully moved in, we're slowly unpacking a bunch of shit, getting things put together. We just got our bed put in place, because we've been using the bed they left behind. But I finally got sick of it because it's so loud.
Have you noticed a difference in how many people try to sleep with you at night?
I think the old lady's still snuggling up with us at night.
Okay, so she's just
I do
rolling.
think she's still.
It's not
I
a bed
think,
deal anymore. It's
I don't
you're
think
in
it's a
her
bed deal.
house.
I think it's a residual thing.
Yeah.
I think it's her spirit always went to that spot to lay down at night. So I think for her spirit, like she just goes
in a
there and she
routine.
lays down at night. Like that's where she goes. Her spirit's definitely here. I mean, she's owned this house. It's fucking 82. It's 2024. She's owned this house for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
So her spirit's definitely ingrained here. And then there's another spirit that Nick
questionable.
Gets more of a bad vibe from it than I do. We're very certain it's a male spirit. A very old spirit, because again, this house is old, and you know, the land is old. This town has been around for a long fucking time too. So, just in general, there's an old male spirit here. Nick has felt some aggression from this spirit. I have not. I just feel watched. I just feel fucking watched by this spirit.
Yeah, we talked about it's like maybe like a man to man of the house to the man of the house, like a
Yeah,
little like, hey, there hasn't been one of you here.
I
in a long
think
time.
It's someone trying to test him or something.
Yeah, being a little standoffish.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been interesting, and then also,
and you guys will get an episode on us hanging out in Kaylie's house and doing some ghost adventures.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna confirm or deny these claims. So Stay tuned.
Don't worry about that. You're gonna, yeah, you will get that. Yeah. I am sad that I couldn't save the wallpaper in this room.
I know.
Sadly, the painter's tape did a lot of damage to the wallpaper.
Because I do I think, I don't know why, but I think the blue, if you did your walls, like, blue or something with that wallpaper, it would be so pretty.
I know. That's what I was going to do, is I was going to pull a color from the wallpaper
Yeah.
and match with it, but it took too much damage, so it's not, there's no saving it.
Understandably
It's too old and brittle and stuff, so we're gonna rip it up, and I'm just gonna find, like, a cute, whimsical, like, fun, whimsical wallpaper to replace it with.
And so what is that room, is that gonna remain your guys' office?
The future of this room is going to be a dining room.
Beautiful.
For now, it is the office, because right now we technically live in a 2-bedroom home. Because the upstairs is unfinished. The upstairs does have 2 more bedrooms. We do technically have a 4-bedroom home, but the upstairs is unfinished. So the upstairs is on one of our bigger projects that's, like, higher on the list for us. Obviously we want to get our barn a bit sturdier so we can, like, go out there and use the space to do stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, we want to reinforce some things to be able to use. Like, there is a whole loft out there and everything. And we also have discovered, this is what I was saving for you, I don't know if I told you this already. We have confirmed that there are cats outside.
Ooh.
We have cats. I have spotted 2 different cats on our backyard camera. An orange one, and I think the other one is a little
Speaking
tabby.
of cats.
Speaking of cats.
Hi, baby
I know, I've got one under me, and the other one is brooding up there.
Come on up.
Yeah, you're brooding. Look at you brood. Brood.
You're such a brooder.
She's just up there brooding.
She's just gargoyling, alright? Give her some room.
Yeah, so,
But there are
yeah,
cats,
so
like,
what we
stray
want to
ones?
do... so we don't know if they're strays.
Or outdoor.
They do keep walking up to our back door. But we're not around where they do it, so I haven't, like, gotten to meet them yet. But they could just be a neighbor's cat. Cats do walk pretty fucking far in their days. But I'm still happy to provide shelter for any local cats. And we have agreed that we're going to allow them access into the barn. We're going to make a little cat sanctuary space for them. Which is part of the reason why we want to reinforce the barn a bit, so that way we can use it and make a space for them to be able to come in and use.
That's gonna be so cute!
Especially in the wintertime, so they can get out of the cold and everything. Because right now they're going under our barn, which we're fine with. That's fine. We've been leaving food out for them back there. But yeah, we've got little kitty cats that have been coming around. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god, I got outside cats. I'm so excited.
And I will say that my dad and our family on, over there, and my stepmom and my sister and whatnot, they accidentally, there was a neighborhood cat going around, and like you said, they would let them in, they'd give them some food, some whatever, and this cat ended up never wanting to go home. And the neighbors got pissed, saying we basically stole their cat, and we're like, we're not, like, keeping him here. Like,
he just keeps coming back to us. I'm sorry.
And then won't leave. Like,
okay.
we'll put him outside and he'll just stay there.
Nick had a family cat that just showed up one day and never left, and then one day just left.
Okay. That's not cool, man.
Yeah. He was there for a while. He literally just showed up out of nowhere, was there for a while, and then one day just fucking left.
7
years?
7 years. That's what Nick just said. 7 years. He just showed up one day, stayed around for 7 fucking years, and then just...
And then we got a dog and she left.
Oh yeah, and then they got a... That's what it was. They got a dog and she left. That's what it was.
The previous owners did the same thing.
Yeah.
They got a dog.
The previous owners did the same shit. Yeah, she's like, stop getting fucking dogs.
She's like, I'm not here for it.
1 to 2 weeks, and then she'll come back, and if he's still there, she's gone. If she goes,
good for her. She's got
her
expectations,
and it's a home
alright?
without a dog.
That's fucking...
No dogs.
No dogs. What are we doing here? They stink.
I get it. She knows what she wants. Okay.
They try to stick their nose in the asshole like every time, even
everywheres.
though we've lived here together for 2 years. You don't know the smell of my asshole yet?
I'm sorry, this is very specific, Laura.
Chloe does it to my cats
I noticed.
all the time, and
I
I'm
kinda
like,
figured.
can you stop? You're literally nose to butthole right now. Nose
I
to
know.
scrunchy, and
Every
it
time-
doesn't need to happen. You can smell her from across the room, bitch!
Every time Rudo or Jaruk does that to one another, I'm just like, guys, you've done that so many times, you don't need to keep doing it.
It's just
Stop
not
it.
necessary.
I'm like, it's so unnecessary. You know each other's smell at this point. How many times do you need to
And
greet
also,
each other?
why do you need to be like, oh,
I just love how
you've taken
like,
a shit
literally-
lately. That's great. Great news. I needed that.
Literally touching flesh to flesh.
That-
like,
And then,
and I'm like, what are you doing? Stop
Please.
it! Get out of here! Oh my god! I'm just like, what are you
please, Lord help us all.
doing? So yeah, that's been the past 3 months for me. Is my mom died.
Whoopsies.
Yeah. Whoopsies.
Hey.
Sorry, I cope with dark humor.
Yeah, I
It's
think you
just
said
very
you'll try not to
tragic
let it happen again.
Yeah, no, I did. I said
Yeah.
I would try to not let it happen again. You know, I missed a good chunk of work. I missed like most of the work. I was like, if anybody says anything, I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll try to not let it happen again. I'm so
my bad.
sorry. But no, everybody was very understanding. Obviously, my fucking mother died. Like, hello.
Even
and yeah,
shitty
you know,
people
I was actually
understand.
close with her, you know.
Right.
So yeah, so that happened, and then I was getting kicked out of my apartment because yeah, we did also. I'm sorry, I forgot about the integral part of the story. Of we did when like not long into us looking for a house, we did eventually get a notice of like, hey, just so you know, they have sold the place. They are selling the place. They've got buyers, and they want
the
you
end of
out
the
by
month.
the end of January. And I was like, I'm
Ah,
glad we started this looking process even earlier than when you guys told us this because
it's true, but also like
yeah.
you guys
Yeah,
still
'cause,
had to like kind of rush in a way because you still
We
needed a
did.
place to live.
Well, no, we did
regardless.
because as soon as we got the official notice, because we got the official notice like mid-December. As soon as we got the official notice, we looked at our realtor and we're like, we have until the end of January to find a place and get out. And we did have somewhere we could go if we
Mhm.
absolutely needed to,
Yeah.
but we didn't want to have to go there.
Yeah, 'cause that's
it would have been his boss's
lots
house,
of
and I love his
moving,
boss,
too.
but I didn't want to have to live with other people, and yeah, we'd
Ugh.
have to move all of our shit there and then move all of our shit here, and I
Ugh.
did not want to do that.
Oh.
So thanks to our wonderful, wonderful fucking mortgage lender, they were able to get our loan closed out in like less than 30 days. She's like, I can get you closed out by literally New Year's Eve. And I was like, what? She's like,
Huh?
yeah, I can get you closed out by the end of December, before the New Year's even hits. As long as we stay on track and you guys stay on top of shit, we'll be good. And they did. They kept us on top of shit. They
Fuck
constantly
yeah.
emailed us. If we didn't respond, I'd get like more emails of like, hey, 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 and then I'd get a text from the mortgage lender. Hey, did you see that email we need you to sign? And I'd be like, oh my god, no, I didn't. Let me go get it.
And I meant emails. Alright.
Yeah, so they kept us on top of shit, and we were closed by like literally, it was less than 30 days because we started looking. It was like December 7th when I texted our realtor and we started working with her.
Wow.
And then we literally closed December 31st. So
And mind you, every like big major holiday is happening during this
oh
time.
yeah.
Thanksgiving,
Remember,
Christmas, New Year's, and then not shortly after was your
Thanksgiving
birthday.
literally happened the weekend or the week after my mom died.
You're like,
my
"Yay,
mom died,
I'm
and
so
then Thanksgiving
thankful."
happened.
Feeling so
then
thankful on this motherfucking
We're literally
Thursday.
trying to fucking figure. We're in our what was our? We had a 10-day period, I think. Once you put in the offer, you have like 7 to 10 days, whatever you all decide on, to basically inspect everything, make sure everything's good, and like finalize that you want to buy the house.
Yeah.
And I want you guys to know that the last like day of our like time frame was like Christmas Eve and Christmas. So
Ours was very similar because I think we moved in like Christmas Day-ish.
Yeah. So
because then it was Mark's birthday, and we sat on the bare ass floor in our living room and did his birthday. And that was New Year's Day.
We stayed here New Year's Eve after we signed the paperwork. We stayed here, and we cracked a bottle of champagne and everything. Like we celebrated the New Year's here.
That's so cute. All four of you.
Yeah. No, the cats were not with us.
I wasn't talking about the cats. No, I wasn't talking about
all four.
Cats.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the spirits. Well, it's just funny because, so there's 6 of us.
There is 6 now. It's a crowded place.
Family of 6, you know.
You could start claiming that maybe, alright?
Yeah, we're a family of 6. Oh, 6? What do you mean? You got 4 kids? 2 cats and 2 ghosts.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We're a family. Are you...
We're pretty... Huh?
My brain stopped after that, so I couldn't think of the next word.
Oh,
so
okay.
actually, I think you should keep going.
We're pretty certain there might be something else upstairs, but we're not sure. I news at 11 on that. I haven't.
It's because it's not finished, so you guys might not be up there as frequently. Is that?
Yeah, we're like almost never up there. Also, we need to do like a smoke bomb or something to kill the potential wasps living up there. Because I went up there and I pulled a box. I brought it down. It was like 2 boxes stacked up. They're like small boxes that are like only this fucking deep. It's full of like video game cases and stuff. And I go and I'm like moving. I move something and just suddenly, oh, there's a live wasp.
In the middle of fucking winter.
It was injured. So I like just take something and just start smashing it. I'm like, oh my god! Oh my god!
It was injured and not probably likely to hurt me. Die!
I fucking smashed it.
Haley!
I'm sorry, I panicked in the moment.
Tell it to this bitch!
That's a bumblebee, not a wasp.
I know.
This was a fucking wasp. I don't fuck with wasps. I don't care. No, our barn is riddled with beehives that we have to fucking clear out. We have so many beehives to clear out. But I saw that and I was like, oh, I didn't know wasps went into stasis. And I'm like Googling it. Wasps go into stasis. So we think because the house has been warming up, maybe if there's some up there that they're kind of warming up. And so I'm thinking before spring hits, we'll get some bug bombs that will do wasps.
Baby bomb.
And we'll just close off the upstairs because we don't have to leave for closing off the upstairs. We can just seal it off. It's literally one door. Seal it off and then just fucking let it go. And hopefully that'll kill them all.
Yeah, you gotta really seal it off. Don't let those things
don't worry. That door is going to be so fucking sealed. I'll caulk it.
There's nothing worse than wasps than a panicked wasp, alright?
I'll cock it shut and saw it open. I don't fucking
give
care.
a shit. Where's the concrete, everybody?
Yeah, no, we'll make sure it's nice and sealed up, and then we'll bomb the fuck out of it up there. But we'll have to clear out the kitchen stuff that's up there. I gotta finish the kitchen. I haven't organized the kitchen. That's the problem. I gotta go through and figure out how I want to organize it because
I don't blame you.
Our storage is different, and I'm gonna have to buy some things to maximize our storage, like our pot lids and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm like looking at things. I'm like, I need to buy other things in order to organize this kitchen properly.
Yep.
So now that I got paid, I'm gonna go through Amazon and find what I need for storage in this kitchen so I can put all my shit away. Yeah.
I don't blame you. I mean, Mark and I are still fucking learning about, like, just how to, like, maximize our little baby amounts of storage.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, we don't have terrible storage, but not great storage.
Yeah.
We lost our whole built-in pantry storage.
Exactly.
Which is a decent amount of storage space. So
that could have been a Harry Potter home, so I mean, that's a good space.
That really definitely throws us off. I think your brother's under there, baby girl. I think your brother's under my blankets.
Oh, are you back?
Oh, is that a Hardy? Oh my
It's a Hardy
goodness.
butt, Hardy butt, oh Hardy, 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 Hardy butt.
You wanna come up? No. Come here. You want attention, I can see it.
I can see it in your crossed eyes.
I can see it in your eyes. Those beautiful blue crossed eyes. Oh. That's a very Siamese part of you. You did get you got the crossed eyes.
You got
for
that, Bobo.
Sure. She looks a little stupid, but we love her.
We do.
Okay?
And she's not stupid. She just looks it.
She's
There's a
not.
difference.
She's
There's a difference.
She's too fucking smart. Oh my god. The girl is too fucking smart. It's oh my god. Oh my god. Harley is just like, oh, Mom?
I know, she comes up for her nightly loves. Lay down.
Oh, hi, handsome. He has come out from underneath my blankets.
Like to hold Chloe down and let her pet her. Just because she'll look at Harley and Harley will get pissed and leave. All Chloe has to do is look at Harley and Harley's like, I'm out of here.
It's fair.
It's the amount of butthole sniffing that she did previously that she's still bitter
Probably.
about. Like, it's
Probably.
like, she doesn't get it.
Probably. Yeah, so now that we've spent like 30, 40 minutes talking about me and all my shit, how you been, Laura?
Oh, you know. You
What's
know.
anything interesting happened in your life in the past 3 months?
I got a little bit more tattoos.
She did, and I've been with her at every appointment.
Holding my hand the whole time, covering me up with blankets.
I know. She's being literal, guys. I did literally cover her up with blankets.
Yes,
Just saying.
It's true.
I always make sure
I
she has
think-
her water and her.
You always
phone
make sure we're
next to her if she
fed.
wants it.
You did remember the
Yup.
phone. That was so cute.
I always
of
make
you.
sure she's got food in her belly before she goes and gets her tattoo done. You know, we always give food first.
Of course.
I always tell her you gotta be hydrated and stuffed.
Stuffed, man. Borderline
Stuffed.
needing to take a freaking
Like
after
nap or
eating coma
something,
nap.
like,
Exactly.
Yeah. We got some food. We got you we got more of your tattoo done.
And I do think Jeremy finds us hilarious. So
I think he thinks we're funny.
I think he
He's
thinks
a
we're
pretty-
crazy, but that's
he
what's funny
thinks we're
about it.
fucking
Like
psychotic.
he's like, this is what are we gonna do?
Oh yeah, and I love that he just expects me to be there at this point.
Exactly.
He even said,
See
all right,
you
I'll see you guys
too."
next time. I'll see you both next time. Like, yep, you know it. Yep,
It's
he
so
just expects
funny,
me to
he
be there. I
does.
think that's so funny.
Gosh. And he's just so funny about we'll be talking, we'll be chatting. He's just over off his own little world, and then we'll just be talking about something, and he'll have something pop into his
Just a
brain about
random-
something we were talking about, and gets it on the goofs.
He'll just
and I
pipe
love
up
it.
and
I love it.
It's so funny. It's so funny when he randomly pipes up with a comment or an interjection. It's very rare,
It
but
is.
when he does, it's so fucking funny.
I love
usually.
Good for you, Jeremy. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Aside from that, just looking at my calendar, I've been to the dentist a lot. Oh boy.
Don't worry. I don't think my dentist is gonna be happy with me when I go.
Mine are
And
never
I think it's
mad,
the end
but
of-
they're
I think it's
also-
the end of February. I think I have another cavity starting.
Yay.
I've been having sensitivity on my bottom left side between some teeth that I wasn't having sensitivity with, and it's when I eat sweet things, and that's a bad sign.
Yay.
I'm like, oh no,
Yay.
oh no. And so I've been trying to be more diligent with me brushing, cause
I feel ya.
I'm sorry guys, I have ADHD, I have depression, even with things right in front of my face, I fucking forget to do them, okay? I'm sorry. drying.
That and ADHD and depression, I have like little to no dopamine, so I also eat a lot of sweet things because that's like my dopamine food, and that's why I have shit food. Exactly, Dr. Pepper.
Cream Dr. Pepper, the best Dr. Pepper of all the Dr. Peppers. Don't get me wrong, I love regular Dr. Pepper. It is my religion.
I gotta sneeze.
But cream Dr. Pepper?
I don't think I've had cream Dr. Pepper.
God. Oh my god.
Oh, lordy, okay.
Are you a cream soda fan at all?
For the longest time, I wasn't, but I also wasn't like a root beer fan, but Mark is both of those people, and so he's kind of turned me that way.
It's like a deeper cream soda.
I kind of like that.
It's like
I wasn't even a Dr. Pepper fan, okay, until Mark as well.
The Dr. Pepper cream just hits just right now. Also, a Dr. Pepper cream float. Oh my god.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's the only thing that I liked root beer for, was the root beer float. I didn't even drink the root beer. I just liked the ice cream. And but now I'm there for it.
But
oh no.
I used to like root beer, but now I only drink it if it's like a root beer float. And I don't have a lot.
Yes,
I don't have a lot. Nick loves his floats.
Loves
his floats. And
well, you're a float guy, yeah.
He's a float guy.
He's a float guy.
And that's fine. But
is it?
I'm not a huge float girl.
I want to get some orange soda and some vanilla to make like an orange
float.
Yeah,
is really good. My stepdad loves an orange float. Oh no, his is an apple cider float. That's what he does. He does apple cider with some vanilla.
You know what you need to do. Tell him what he needs to do is this breakfast place that I go to does apple cider mimosas with like a little brown sugar cinnamon rim. So if you just add some fucking ice cream on top of that, oh boy, you are having a dessert and getting a little whoop whoop.
No, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I could do with that.
I don't think people were ready for us after not seeing us for 3 months of coming in here and woo-wooing 46 minutes later of talking about nothing but everything. All at the same time.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I got so much happen in the
So it's true. How dare you?
How fucking dare I?
You should be ashamed with yourself.
I know, things are finally settling down and we're finally getting everything like squared away and like we have to go to the DMV tomorrow.
What a joy.
Because we need to get that taken care of.
What a joy.
Yeah, we're probably gonna aim to get there pretty early in the day. Try to get in there and get out of there.
Yeah, definitely get in there early.
I'm gonna have to go to the smaller one. Yeah, I'm gonna have us go to the smaller one too. Instead of the one that's like a little bit bigger and everyone fucking goes to.
That's what I do too. It's like, and then that one's even further of a drive for me, but it's gonna be a lot quicker of a trip.
This one should be a little bit closer for us.
Beautiful.
And where it is, I'm assuming it's a smaller one. And actually, no, it is a smaller one comparatively to the other one, because the other one, we were looking at appointments to see if we could do an appointment. At this small, the one I'm calling the smaller one, you could get in on like February 27th. Okay. It's far out, but reasonable.
It's not gonna work for me.
It's not gonna work for me, but fairly reasonable. Within the month.
It's true.
The other one? Like March something.
Oh.
Was their earliest appointment, and it was 1 day. Oh. 1 day left in March that was available, and I'm like, the fuck? I was like, so...
that kind of happened to me recently, because
so we're not gonna do an appointment, we're gonna do walk-in.
Yeah, we're just get in there and just wait your goddamn turn and then get out.
Yeah, fine.
But I snapped my glasses in half a few weeks ago. And so Mark and I actually went to Walmart and they were able to just take out my lenses and put them into like these lenses, which I didn't know they could do. Would have saved past Laura a lot of panic. But it did make me make an eye appointment, and they were like, oh, we have a cancellation at this one in February, but otherwise we're not booking out until April or May. I was like, oh. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take
I'll
it.
take it. I'll take it.
God damn.
I should get my peepers checked out
I should.
anyways.
I
so-
should. Oh.
That's so funny.
But basically, lots of doctor's appointments, lots of tattoo appointments, Christmas, you know, I went to my Aunt Linda's, she's in Maine, we've talked about that, you know, and she's
Mhm.
lovely. I was gonna say she's my only aunt and my favorite aunt, but she's not my only aunt, but she's still my favorite aunt.
She can be your only aunt and your favorite aunt. It's okay.
Okay, nobody has to actually know the truth, it's fine. But I don't know. This is it was a crazy time because it's obvious like Christmas and New Year's, and then it's Christmas, and then it's my niece's birthday right after, and then it's New Year's, and then it's Mark's birthday right after, and then 2 weeks later it's Mark's mom's birthday, and I'm just I could cry. Actually.
My birthday's in there. Everybody's
Exactly.
birthday's in there. Yeah, no.
How dare you all?
Trust me, I get it, because all this stuff is going on and the holidays are happening at the same time, and I'm like, I fucking hate everything right
I
now.
don't doubt it. God damn.
I'm like, I fucking hate everything right now. I don't...
The biggest news of my life that you know that I was telling you is that my younger sister is pregnant.
Oh,
And I'm gonna be an auntie to a baby boy, and I am so excited. She lives in Alabama, and I told her that I will be flying to Alabama, around her due date. I know things can change, don't get me wrong, but I'm just gonna buy an open-ended ticket and just go when it's needed, and then I am going to be her doula. She doesn't have an option. And she said, cool. And I am so excited. And I know I was telling you that I have a niece and a nephew on Mark's side, you know, and I love them to death. But it is just feeling a little bit different when it's my sister is having a baby. I am like gonna throw up. I'm so excited. Absolutely. I cannot wait to hold that baby and then hold my sister holding the baby. I could cry.
I got nieces through my step siblings and my my brother-in-law, and then you know, but I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit more excited about my nieces and nephew through my sister.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I feel you. I do. Yeah. So I'm a pumped up. I'm a pumped up sister and auntie. So
it's gonna be great.
Yeah. I'm excited. But that's my biggest news, I think. I don't think anything else is crazy going on around here.
Nobody died.
Let me see if I remember if somebody died. Let me just check my calendar.
Nobody got kicked out of their home. Nobody had to buy a house suddenly. Nobody, no. Alright, cool. I'm glad,
No. My calendar's not in my calendar, so I don't think it happened.
I'm sorry, I didn't mark your mom's death in my calendar. I can't recognize that.
I can't recognize that as happening. It's not in my calendar.
No, it's not in my calendar, sorry. That'd be so fucked if you had it marked in your calendar. Kaylee's mom died. I
might have some people's in there to make sure I'm checking in on my correct people, you know?
Yeah, it's fair. You talk to me a lot more often than you probably talk to some of these other people.
And I just want to or it's like I talk to people so often, like Mark, but I forget like when his dad died, but obviously he doesn't, so I just put it in there so I keep an extra check in on him that week or something.
Mark to listen to this and be like, oh, nice, thanks.
Sorry. I remember it being warm. That's what I remember.
I remember it being warm.
Warmish,
it was
yeah.
A warm day. Was it a warm winter day? Was it a warm fall day? Was it a warm summer day?
Oh,
a warm spring day?
I'm feeling summerish. My papa died when it was freezing, let me tell you. I'll remember that. But could I tell you what month? No, it was just freezing out. So I gotta put these things in my calendar. Yep, and then the week of, for whatever reason, the week of January 20th, that whole week, I had the weirdest stomachache. I don't even know. Woo! I'll let you guys know when it subsides. Probably not for the next 4 years.
It's still going on.
Yeah, I meant to tell you. It depends on how
Jesus
often I get
Christ.
notified from my phone from the news.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so funny.
But this was me. Walking my dog, picking up dog shit every day. That's me.
That's what happens when you get a dog. You have responsibility of cleaning up their poop more often.
Apparently not everyone out there fucking thinks that. Someone walking their little bitty baby poochy pooch is just letting them
Oh, you talking
shit
about the
everywhere.
assholes that leave their poop behind?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Literally, one
Oh.
of the last days I went to go clear some shit out of the apartment, someone was walking their dog and left their shit right in our parking spot. I was like, the fuck?
This is our
Left
literal
it there and
spot.
everything. Left it
You
there
know
and
what?
everything. I'm like, people live here.
Excuse me.
In our driveway.
At least if it's like somewhere you might think that people don't walk, that's one thing. But it's
No, like this was
lady.
literally your dog had to walk into our driveway to squat and shit there.
And you know, we have one main person for a fact that I know. I've seen him let his dog take a shit and just leave countless times. And so
Oh, yeah?
he went for a walk today, and then right after Chloe and I went out, and Chloe walked up to one of these little piles of shit, smelled it, and then took a massive dump right on top of it. And I was like, you know what? I'm leaving it, because if they picked up their shit, this wouldn't have been an issue. I'm not picking up my dog shit and your dog shit. I hope you step in both of them, alright? Dominate that shit, Chloe. That's what I'm talking about. Tell that dog what's up.
So much. I
So.
love it so much.
I'm having beef with my neighbors, and they
So we're
don't even
having
know it.
pooping wars. Okay, alright. Interesting.
This is what it's like to live in the woods, yes.
No, I live in the woods now
Yeah.
too. But,
You'll get it
the
eventually, darling.
The dogs across the street, though,
Oh.
they just bark a lot.
Oh,
I
one
think
of
they have an
those.
invisible fence. I think they have an invisible
Oh.
fence.
yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Barking.
Yeah,
I might
no, every
take
time I'm out
take
there-
shitting over barking, not gonna lie.
Every time I'm out there. Both of them staring right at me, and every time I'm like, you're gonna have to get used to me being here.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
here to
you can't come over here.
I start talking to them, I'm like, oh my god, you two, you need to get over it.
You guys have all the hot gossip. I don't have time to hear it right now, okay? I am busy.
I love it. I'm like, they're not that bad. It's when like we're outside usually that they bark a lot.
Typically
I just
where
think
I like
they're
to
not
be,
used to it.
so
Yeah, well, not right now.
yeah.
Not right now.
Are you guys supposed to get a bajillion inches of snow this weekend?
We just got like a bajillion inches of snow the past few days.
Me
yeah,
too.
And we're supposed to get more on Sunday.
Okay, cool, great.
Yeah,
Glad we're
there's supposed to be
suffering
another-
together.
There's another
Together,
snowstorm on
we're
fucking
suffering
Sunday.
together.
Listen,
We're
okay? I get it. Global warming sucks, and it's winter, and we're supposed to get snow. But did we have to get it all at once?
Exactly.
We have to get it all at once?
Or at least
That's
all
what
in
I'm
a couple
upset about.
weeks or something. How about we just do it all at once, and that means 1 or 2
We could have
days.
spread it
No.
over like the whole month of February, but no, during 1 week of the month.
Yeah, February told us to go fuck ourselves so fast.
Fucking boom, snow.
And you know, before the snow, the only thing I can appreciate about the snow is usually it warms up a little before it snows, because it has been absolutely balls to the walls freezing, and
it's
I
been fucking
can't
cold.
handle it. Because I'll take snow all day
It's
long,
been
but I
negative,
cannot.
yeah.
I cannot take the cold when I have to go outside and it's negatives and the wind is blowing and I am.
Oh, the wind
freezing.
has been so bad.
And so
The wind has been rough.
the last time I chatted with my therapist, I said I feel like crying and screaming all at the same time, and he goes, cabin fever, huh? I'm like, yeah, but how do I fucking make it stop?
Yeah, I know.
So,
I'm excited
I'm
for it to
losing
be
my mind.
springtime.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Although,
like,
6
I'm
more weeks.
excited. I'm excited for spring. I know. I saw a video. Just sent it, 'cause I sent it to my other friend. It's the account. I think it's like a twink in a redhead or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. There's like a whole song about I can't even remember how it goes, but it's like the best pair is like a twink and a redhead or something like that. I don't fucking know. It's funny. But it's a whole video of them basically threatening the groundhog of like, if your prediction isn't fucking right and we don't actually get like it's like
say it again.
Literally
Dare you.
it's so fucking funny.
Meanwhile, this poor little critter is getting ripped out of its hold home in the ground and being like, ah!
I think it's just a conspiracy from the government or something like that.
I think
fuck
it's.
with us.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's.
I don't know.
I think it's
I don't know,
like
but
a
it's so
superstition, alright?
It is. It's so stupid. But
Punxsutawney,
but yeah.
Pennsylvania.
No, I'm excited for spring because I can have a garden finally.
Yeah.
Guys, I have almost a full acre of land. I'm excited to have a garden and everything. It's gonna be great.
I am either going to make a very tall chicken wire fence type thing for Chloe to run around with her head chopped off in, or I'm gonna have to invest in like an e-collar thing because I think she's just anxious enough for it to work.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm hoping she's dumb enough for it to work too. I love you, girl,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes I wonder about you. Because she really needs to run around, and I want her to be able to do that whenever.
Well, of course. I'm excited for tomorrow so the kids can use the porches.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're all enclosed, which was a big thing for us.
All natural catio. Yeah.
I'm like, I really want one of these houses with an enclosed porch because the cats will fucking love it. And it's a wraparound enclosed porch.
And that's
Great.
that's incredible. You could sleep out there if you wanted to.
Oh.
Put up a hammock.
I
at
plan
this place.
on getting one of those big, fluffy Papazon chairs. They're like really big, and like I'm gonna get one of the big oval ones that's like
Fuck
practically
yes.
a couch, and I can curl up on it with the cats.
Oh,
Take a
you
little nap
got-
out there, read, take a nap, you know, when it's summertime. Or
And depending on where you place it,
rainstorm
and that's
or
what I was about to
something.
say. Depending on where you place it, you could be out there with hot chocolate and a rainstorm and on a book, and it's just like
It's gonna be wonderful. I'm so excited. I look forward to all of the rainy day naps we're gonna have on that porch.
fuck yes.
Nick's gonna come home or something, or come out of a hole somewhere and being like, "Where's my wife?" and just porch, porch,
Absolutely.
curled up on the big chair, just fucking passed out with the cats.
With the cats.
Yep. It's gonna be great.
Good for you.
I look forward to it.
I'll be there. You get home and you're just like,
I'll
oh,
get two.
Laura's
I'll get two because you know my best friend also, when she comes up,
has claimed it as well, so.
yeah, so I know she'll want one, so I'm gonna have to get two. So.
I'll chip in for a third. Well, I'll be there. All right.
It's a wraparound. I could fit I could fit a few of these chairs on these porches. Buy your own Papazon chair to come sleep on my porch. This is Laura's chair. That's Amber's chair. That's mine. That's Hope's.
Sorry, Nicholas. You snooze, you lose.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Great. Yeah, so it's been an hour. of
What are we
us just,
thinking? Yeah.
Catching up with you guys.
And
so,
you get to dictate if some of that was just mumbo jumbo and you could keep
of course.
Which
I'm
happens.
sure there's gonna be a little bit. Then I'm like,
not important.
you know, the main thing of this one was to kind of come in here and be like, hey, we're back. If you even noticed we were gone, you probably didn't, and this was probably completely unnecessary. But you know,
We want to
it
be
felt
real with
right.
you, okay?
It felt right. Also, we're gonna be changing up how we do the podcast a little bit.
Yes.
So this episode is going to be, it has been recorded on February 7th and will be coming out February 11th.
Yes, that's our new song.
So this is a current time update.
Yes,
episode.
the other ones that you'll probably hear after this will be back in the past again.
We'll be back in the past because we're going to get through our archive of episodes that we have first.
Mhm.
But after we get through those episodes, the episode formats are going to change a little bit. We're going to do some new things where we're going to start sharing. So it's Chaos and Cats, and we want to incorporate cats a little bit more into this podcast. Because usually it's a cat fact, and then we'll kind of talk about our cats, usually at some point when we're catching up. Almost 9 times out of 10 our cats come up in some way, shape, or form.
Usually they're in the background.
Yeah, usually they're just in the background.
So doing wild shit, being cute.
Exactly, screaming at the top of their lungs, whatever. So at the top of the show, we'll still do our check-ins. That's a fun thing for us. Like, I don't care if you guys like it or don't like it. If you don't like it, you can fucking skip through it or not listen. At the end of the day, this podcast is something fun for Laura and I to do, and we do it just because we're here to have fun.
Yes.
And
we,
chat.
I was say we appreciate the company, and we would love more of it. But this is.
I personally love when I'm listening to podcasts, and they kind of give us like little peeks into.
I mean, at this point, that's all the basement yard is just them fucking talking and saying and doing wild shit because they're just hanging out.
It's great. It's relatable stuff usually. You know, it's nice to be able to relate to the people you're listening to all the time. Yeah. So we'll still do our check-ins and things like that, and then we're gonna do a little thing where we're gonna start sharing stories about cats. Whether that's a story about maybe how they got their cat, maybe how they found their cat or adopted their cat, whatever. You know, maybe just a story about something crazy, chaotic that their cat fucking did. If you listen to this podcast and you want to send your stories in, you can send your stories in to us. We always have in the description of the shows, all of the episodes in the show notes description area, there is always a link to, or not a link, but like our email is there. A link to all of our social medias is down there. So if you want to contact us and send us your little cat stories, you're absolutely welcome to send them to us. You know, we got everything linked everywhere. It's not hard. It's not hard. You just put in Chaos and Cats podcast and we'll come up. I promise.
I promise.
I promise. We'll come up. Don't confuse us with Cats and Chaos, because I discovered there's a podcast out there called Cats and Chaos.
What are they about?
I'm gonna assume Cats and Chaos.
Well, yes, but really what is their brand of chaos?
I don't know.
Because ours is just mental illness. What is theirs?
Ours is just mental illness. What is theirs? I need that on a shirt. Ours is just mental illness. What's theirs?
What's their brand of chaos? Because ours is just looking for a will to live, and this is what brings it.
Okay, well, there's books, Cats and Chaos. I wonder if they... No, okay, I think that's it. Cats and Chaos. I think it's just cat content. Oh, this might not even be a podcast. I think that's just a page about cat content. I wonder if the Cats and Chaos changed their name to Books, Cats and Chaos.
Somebody?
And I wonder if it happened maybe when we came around. I don't know. I don't know if they existed before or after. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know. But there is I don't see Cats and Chaos anymore. So I'm going to assume they talk about books and who knows.
Good for them. Good for them.
Like that.
And you know what? I've been thinking, talking about books. When we do a Patreon, I think I would like my portion.
Do like a little book club?
I do, and I think my little portion, because I really like Morbid in the way they talk about it in a storytelling, but I can get a little depressed. So I want to.
Really? You don't say.
And I don't need any help in that category. Depressed? I don't need help. No, I promise you.
No.
Sleeping is my hobby. But I
put that on a shirt.
I want it to be like short stories of like, it can be positive, it can be negative, but like a variety of just general like even 20-minute short stories, because that's what I am looking for, and I can't
I love
find
things
it
like that, too.
anywhere, honestly,
I
that I
am totally
like.
cool at doing things like that on Patreon,
And-
because that was something I also considered, was like just doing little like short stories. It'd be something we take
Yes.
turns doing. You could do your own
Yeah.
individual one. I can do my own individual one.
Absolutely.
You know, if you find
We
certain
could take
stories you wanna
turns
read,
if it's like a 2-person like read along type
Right.
deal. We can
Exactly.
have our reactions if we want them and really butcher it, you know what I mean?
you guys can't do anything about it. I can character act in my book reading as well. I'll do it. Yeah, no, I think that'd be really fun. But the main podcast. Sorry, we're digressing.
Yeah, sorry. I had
if you
that idea a
haven't
hot minute
noticed-
ago, and I've been excited about it. My bad.
If you haven't fucking figured it out by now,
It's
if
the
you've
mental
been listening to us for a minute, we have ADHD. I don't know
It's
if you
mental
fucking
illness.
caught on yet.
Exactly.
And neither of us are like medicated right now for our ADHD. Like, I don't know about you.
I'm
Laura,
medicated,
but, like, I
but
don't-
not for my ADHD.
No, I don't remember ADHD. I don't
Never have been up and raw dogging this since I was.
I stopped taking my meds that I only started taking a couple years ago. But also because I need to go back to the doctor. I've been to the doctor in like a year.
I feel that.
So, anyways, in case you haven't
Anywho.
figured out, mental illness. We get distracted. We go off topic and ramble. So, don't remember where we left off. Topics, check-ins, cat stories. We'll do cat stories, and then we'll still do our little cat fact as well for you guys. And then we'll go into our topics.
Yes.
And we'll still do our topics. They're still gonna be really fucking random, really fucking weird.
Yeah, duh.
I don't know what else you guys expect from us.
Exactly.
We are a longer format podcast. That is what we like to do. Now, main episodes of those sorts where we do the check-ins, cat stories, cat facts, topics, all that stuff. Those will be our main episodes. Those will be out on Tuesday, and we're still gonna do our game episodes as well, but we're gonna move those to a Friday release. So it'll kind of be in an every other week format of because I think we have to start. I think Laura and I are also going to start trying to do more episodes, especially because we want to try to push the podcast a bit more.
Yes.
So you guys will probably start getting a lot more content from us. So it'll be kind of an every other week. So next week, so on Tuesday, you guys will get this episode. And then the following week on Friday, you will get a game episode. And then the next week, you will be getting a Tuesday release of a main episode. So we're going to do that back and forth. That'll work for us. So that way we can stay on track. And not get behind in episodes, and make sure we can get like a backlog of main episodes and game episodes for you guys. Yeah, and I think that's what we're gonna do. And then Laura and I are also probably gonna work on extra content on other platforms, like we said, maybe Patreon. I've also been learning about a couple of other podcasts.
That's just like what I know to call it, because it's the only one I personally use. But I know that Morbid does Wonderly or Wonderly Plus.
Well, that's
whatever
through their podcast network.
Cool.
But there's
I'm not subscribed, so I don't know how theirs works.
No. So this is so what I've heard of, it's something Wine and Crime started doing. It's similar to Patreon, but it's a more podcast focused idea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit more streamlined for podcasters, because Patreon's kind of for like everything a little bit harder for like podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
And then this one is supposed to be a little bit more streamlined for podcasters and everything. So we're gonna look into that a little bit more, and then eventually we'll probably start releasing extra content there behind like a paywall and stuff, because we can. And yeah,
because
that's the
we can.
and that is the plan right now for Chaos and Cats. We get back to our regular scheduled program starting on Tuesday when this comes out for you guys. It's just us. This episode is just us checking in with you guys, letting you know what the plan is moving forward. At the very end of the episode is where we let you know what the plan is moving forward with the episodes and the podcast of what our plans are. So expect more content, more episodes, more things coming out. We're also going to start getting more active on our socials.
Yes.
So again, more content
Yes.
coming is what we're working on, and figuring out where we want to go with that stuff and everything, and maybe eventually working on doing some lives when there's more of you fuckers around
Yeah.
to do lives with.
2 lives, and then I want to do like interviews with people. I want to do like talk about like
we're
more
gonna start
like
bringing
people's
some-
stories. Like
We're gonna
tell
start
us
trying to
your
bring some
crazy
people
shit.
on the podcast
Yes.
as well, and trying to do stuff like that. Talk to some people, and try to expand what we're doing here and do a little bit more. So yeah, you can expect more content. That's what, at the end of the day, that's what we're telling you. We're trying to work on giving you guys more content.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Keep us on your radar, I suppose.
Exactly. Keep tuning in, please. Rating us wherever you listen really helps us. That's always an important thing for us. And yeah, that's it. That's literally it. That's all we wanted to talk to you guys. Check in, let you guys know what's been going on for the past few months and where we disappeared to, and letting you know what the plan is moving forward with the podcast. So, yeah. Anything else you want to add, Laura?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so.
I don't got nothing.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's always linked below. It will always be linked below. Everything that you need to contact us, which is our email, which is chaosandcatspodcast@gmail.com. We've got our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, which is at Chaos and Cats Pod. And then we've also got our YouTube, which is at Chaos and Cats Podcast. And then also linked down there is usually our Instagrams as well, which is at Dear Kitty Marie for me and at Yas Queen Coaching for Laura. So, all of it's linked below. It's all linked below. You can find it right down there. Right down there.
Right down there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that's it. I think that's all we really had for you on this one. Quick check-in. By quick, I mean
Quick
an hour
check-in.
and 15 minutes.
Just this
but
quick and a little check-in.
Listen.
Little baby
listen,
check-in. A little quick one.
It's just a little baby check-in.
It's not like anything
episode.
crazy happened.
It's not like anything crazy and life-altering
kidding me?
happened in the
Like,
last 3 months.
grow up.
Yeah,
No.
No. Not at all.
No.
Yeah. So that's it. I think that's where we'll call it with this one.
Good.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming. And we look forward to getting you guys some more content. And like I said, the next handful of episodes for you guys, I don't know how many it is. It's like 5 or 6, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so too. Because we
it
were trying
will
to stay on
be-
top of things.
Yeah, will be previous content we've already recorded. So you're going to go back in time to like Halloween.
Yeah, good content,
A
good
little before
stories.
Halloween. We've got
Just
some stuff like, I think it's like end of summer.
blast from the past. That's all.
Fall kind of time frame because we didn't record like anything in November, so
I wonder why.
I wonder why. So yeah, so we'll the next handful of episodes will be back in time, and then eventually you'll get caught back up with us and you'll get onto the new content. Unless I decide I'm not going to release an episode and I'm just going to archive it. We'll see. We don't know. Who knows what could happen?
True.
Um,
We could do whatever we want, so we might keep all of those for like bonus episodes.
knows?
Maybe Patreon
Who
will
knows?
will keep. Who knows?
which isn't a terrible idea with our track record.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens. You guys will see what happens when you get the next episode after this one, which will be a game episode and then another main episode. So when you get to the next main episode after this one, it'll be all figured out. You'll know what's going on. It'll be great. All right, that's it. Don't die out there. It's a crazy world. Do your best to keep your shit together.
Too soon?
Goodbye.
Too soon?
It's never too soon. It's never too soon. Bye.
Bye.